Well, good morning. If you still want to give us a call, we are taking calls to talk to Chris O'Hara here, answering your legal questions. You can call 436-1212. But while we're waiting to see if anybody has a call, we've been talking a lot about this Brock Turner case. And a lot of people very upset about Brock Turner because they felt that his sentencing time maybe wasn't long enough. It was 6 months, got changed to where he only served 3 months of that sentence for the rape that he committed. So I think some people are probably a little confused, maybe wondering, how are these sentencing times decided? How can they vary so much? I mean, you have experience in some of this stuff.
Yeah, and it varies state by state. And obviously he was in California, and they've got a much different scheme as far as good time is concerned. They've got it to where you can get, I think that's why his sentence was reduced to only 3 months, where he didn't do the full 6 months. He basically only had to serve half his time. In Kansas, it varies by state, and it's set by the legislature based on the type of crime that it is that you're convicted of. And in Kansas, it could be anywhere from 15% to 20% good time that someone would receive, and that's obviously if they, in various states it may not be for good behavior, but in Kansas is if while you're serving your time, you're good, then they'll reduce your time 20%. And that's obviously varies from whatever it is that you may have that conviction. And I know with him, he also, I think, was registering afterwards based on the type of offense that it was. And that also varies by state. In certain types of crimes, whether it's a sex offense, in Kansas it can be a sex offense, a drug offense, a violent offense, of which one may be required to register. And within certain days of being released from custody, you have to immediately go to law enforcement in that area and provide them your personal information so that they know where your whereabouts are.
Yeah, so a lot goes into it for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it's all based on whichever type of the law it's involved in, whether it's a like I said, whether it's a sex offense or and the sentencing is based on what the legislature, the law that they've passed for that particular crime. And so it may be a harsher, I mean, it may be where the reason why he didn't get a more lenient sentence was because of whatever it was he was convicted of. Wouldn't have only carried a limited amount of time.
Okay, and we've got about 45 seconds left. It might be too long of an answer for my question, but we've been talking about the Bill Cosby case too for quite a long time, and some of the charges were from years and years ago. Maybe talk a little bit about how these cases, they take a long time, more than a lot of people even realize.
Well, and a lot goes into these cases, especially given the amount of time in the Cosby matter that passed, because the attorneys from both the defense and the state, when they're preparing the case, they want to get reports to support, for the state's perspective, that support whatever allegations they may have. And there's been a long fight in that case about what reports are supposed to be released and not released. And so a lot goes into that, and it takes a while to get through the whole process before it's actually ready to go to court.
All right, yeah, a long process. Well, thank you so much for your legal expertise. We appreciate you being on, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.